The scene opens with the name Ko-iku, remembering the one met after enlisting in the army, the one who became the first true bond in a past life. A memory of comrades cheering in a military camp at night. Their excited shouts fill the air. Suddenly, a hostile voice rings out. A sharp kick lands, demanding tribute from a newcomer. The impact sends ripples through the ground. Shuji stands challenged, questioning the demand for tribute. The senior clarifies the harsh rule: new recruits must offer their dinner. A muscular senior laughs menacingly, ready to enforce the rule. Shuji gives a dismissive scoff. He observes the absurd pecking order of the camp. Unexpectedly, a small rock is thrown at him. Unknown person declares he's also just got here, and that makes him newest guy. He menacingly asks the senior, is he going to take his ration? Listening this, senior read to deliver a shocking blow, but Iku smashing the potato right into senior's face. Senior cries out in pain and disbelief, realizing he was hit by a potato. Iku calmly tells senior to eat the potato to fill his stomach. Iku adds a mocking condition about senior's having teeth left. Senior groans in agony from the impact. Iku follows up with a barrage of physical strike. Senior is sent reeling from Iku's attack. He collapses from the force. Iku stands ready, holding another potato, challenging Ko-senior to come back for more. Iku issues a final harsh threat about knocking out senior's teeth. A voice declares they are leaving, ending the fight. As the moon shines overhead, Shuji confronts Iku, telling him he shouldn't have gotten involved. Iku reacts with surprise and distress, unsure how to respond to Shuji's words. Instead of words, Iku wordlessly offers Shuji a piece of food. That simple gesture was the beginning of their bond. Looking back, Iku recalls that Shuji identified himself as his senior. They became closer than comrades, forming a bond like sworn brothers. Shuji introduces himself, his eyes sharp under the moonlight. Looking straight at Iku, Shuji asks for his name. Iku finally introduces himself, saying his name. Time passes, and then one fateful day arrives. As they fought desperately for survival, something critical happened. A desperate cry rings out. Shuji screams out in desperation, calling Shuji. Shuji screams out in desperation. Suddenly, a blood demon named Ko-kufu appears. The demon holds Shuji over the abyss as Iku demands his release. Iku stands far, threatening to ignite a flare. Ko-kufu grips Shuji, who cries out for Iku to run. As Ko-kufu turns with chilling aura, an ominous silence hangs in the air. Iku repeats his demand for Shuji's release. Iku stands ready, challenging the demon. Ko-kufu chillingly accepts. He declares he will let Shuji go. Shuji reacts in shock. Shuji has suddenly started falling downwards. As Iku screams in terror as he plummets, the demon smirks, asking why they aren't pleased after getting what they wanted. Iku screams in rage, unleashing a glowing attack. Shuji reaches out frantically, trying to stop the thrown object. Listening this, Iku's expression shifts to stunned surprise. High on the mountain, the demon stands dramatically under the moon. Shuji struggles to hold on, yelling for the other to run. The figure cuts him off, ordering him to listen instead of trying to escape. He proposes a deal: find him an herb to heal his internal wounds. In return, he promises to grant them the strength they need to survive. Shuji and Iku exchange bewildered glances, processing the offer. A tense silence falls over the scene. The demon demands an answer, his eyes burning red. Both Iku and Shuji look on, stunned by the gravity of the situation. They realize deep down there was no other option left. Their response begins, considering the weight of the offer. A decision that visibly strains both Shuji and Iku. Finally, they voice their acceptance. The old man lets out a scoff from the rocky peaks after hearing their response. Standing bound amidst the night sky, the old man exudes a dark, potent presence. His dark power swells around him like a jagged mountain. He states he saw a decent look in their eyes. Then we got to know there are beings known as unrestrained demon. They are the souls of humans devoured by tigers, fallen into demonic corruption, becoming subordinates, offering souls to elevate their master's spiritual rank. Like the tiger tearing apart its prey, the demonic technique demon devised follows the same principle, absorbing the grudges of the dead to raise one's spiritual rank. This is the face of one who has mastered such a technique. The technique is called Art of the Unrestrained Demon, with 3 stages: compression, tempering, and transcendence, each having 10 levels. Upon reaching the compression stage, demonic energy can be emitted like steam, and Shuji and Aiku stand ready against the threat. At the tempering stage, your blood transforms into deadly poison, releasing demonic energy as if blood is spurting out, as seen by Aiku's weapon. The next step is to attain the transcendent stage. Demon use that to trample the world, ascending 4 levels within that stage, and in doing so, concepts like good, evil, and even demonic lost all meaning to him. Ominous teachings about slaughter and destiny echoed through chaotic fighting. Shuji fought fiercely, his face grim with determination amidst the blood. Behind him, Aiku battled, his glowing eyes filled with rage. Demon promised this ending battle was the path to change their fate. Their pained faces showed in close-up as Aiku calls for Shuji. Shuji's desperate call followed Aiku, reflecting their struggle. Facing a relentless storm of enemies, they vowed to survive, no matter what. The horde pressed in, surrounding them. A stark change in scene, demon meditation declaring, "This is our final deal." Shuji and Aiku knelt before him in the desolate space. Demon set their task, fetching the rare 100-year snow ginseng. His eyes glowed red as he challenged them. Can they do it? Shuji agrees instantly, but caught off guard, Aiku pleads for a moment. He explains the 100-year snow ginseng is currently beyond their reach. Desperate, Aiku asks for help unlocking their vital meridians first. The demon they address remains silent, their red eyes glinting. The figure states using their current herbs could open the meridians, enabling them to get the final ingredient. He adds that any missing herbs can be gathered later. The figure's expression darkens slightly. Finally, the demon agrees. Shuji and Aiku react with stunned surprise. Hesitant, Aiku urges Shuji to go first, but Shuji immediately refuses. Aiku grows angry, insisting Shuji must unlock his meridians now. Aiku punches his fist, declaring he will gather herbs while Shuji does so. He finishes by ordering Shuji to collect more herbs afterward. Aiku explains the difficulty of the task, while Shuji listens intently. Shuji looks down, considering the implications. Their fists meet in a gesture of understanding under the rain. Rain continues to fall on the ground. Time passes. Shuji walks through the rain, wounded, bleeding, and tired. The figure struggles forward, arrows protruding from his body. Despite his injuries, Shuji holds up the gathered herbs, promising everything will be okay. A silent hope hangs in the air that things will turn out well. Suddenly, Shuji is struck by force, electrical energy flaring around him. The world fades to black with a sharp sound. He saw a headless demon with head on floor. The ground is soaked in blood and debris, hinting at a recent struggle. Injured and bloody, Aiku looks up from the depths of the cave. He focuses on someone nearby, stating, "They finally appeared." A bloodied Aiku grins, a disturbing look in his eyes as he addresses someone. He grips his weapon, his bloody hand tight around the handle, the intensity rising. Shuji's eyes widen in shock and horror, rain streaming down his face. Shuji runs towards Aiku. Shuji, covered in blood and arrows, cries out in confusion and disbelief at the scene. Supported by Shuji, the injured Aiku tries to dismiss the shock. Looking up, the injured Aiku reveals they knew the truth all along. Survival was never an option. Shuji explains they had no choice but to strike first to survive the battle. Aiku is left injured and shocked by the harsh reality they faced. Shuji holds the wounded Aiku, who questions if Aiku planned for him to take the brunt of the attack. Aiku reveals their enemy was prepared for a mutual kill from the very beginning. Aiku adds that the enemy's power is now completely gone, their energy destroyed. Shuji looks down, confused by these unexpected revelations. Aiku asks Shuji if he knows why he was spared. He explains it was because Shuji was once part of the Tiger Enforcement Bureau. Shuji snaps back, asking how he could possibly know such a thing. Aku then reveals that he is actually the last surviving member of the destroyed Tiger Pit sect. Aku reminds Shuji that he once worked for the Tiger Enforcement Bureau for a time. He adds that Shuji had spoken of the kind leaders of the Tiger Pit sect. Aku lies wounded, his mind drifting to the moment he began to see the other person as family. He recalls how that person was the only one who ever spoke fondly of his parents. With a pained breath, Aku closes his eyes, truly glad for their meeting. His strength fades and his hand slips away. A desperate plea lingers in the air. "Please, avenge me." Shuji's hand grips Aku's in a final bloody grasp. A harsh sound cuts through the moment. With a sharp tear, Shuji breaks free, his resolve hardening to prevent future sorrow. He vows to ensure that the very reason for vengeance never exists in this life. Now coming back to present, Shuji rides through the bustling city, his face set with purpose. His immediate mission? Protect the Hu clan from ruin. Having already made a difference in this timeline, Shuji looks toward the distance, sensing the future is already changing. The path ahead was clear, but it wasn't enough, he thought. Shuji arrived at the Grand Gate, wondering if this was indeed his destination. As came down calling out a person walking nearby, man's face twisted in bewildered confusion. Shuji simply raised a hand indicating he just wanted to ask a question. Man's confusion instantly ignited into furious indignation. Lashing out, Aku swung a punch at Shuji, but in a flash, Shuji grabbed man's head, his eyes burning with intense power, silencing the man's rant. Shuji's gaze was unwavering, demanding to be quiet. He simply repeated his request, needing an answer to his question. As man cries out loud, he points towards the building, wondering if it's the Tiger Pit sect after so long. Man, kneeling, confirms loudly that it is indeed the sect. Shuji asks about the sect leader and his wife by name. Man shouts again in strong agreement. Shuji then asks if their son's name is Aku. Man yells back in shock, denying it is incorrect. Shuji reacts with surprised confusion. Getting closer, Shuji asks again in disbelief if their son isn't Aku. Man looks down, hesitantly confirming that Shuji is right, but Shuji's eyes widen in shock, fearing that going back in time has changed reality. He turns slightly, pondering how everything else he knows matches up with his past life. Shuji looks back towards man, intensely questioning what this difference could mean. Suddenly, man cries out in fear. Shuji grabs man by the collar, his face serious, demanding that Manko tell him the truth. With an intense gaze, Shuji states that if he go Tiger Pit sect and find someone named Ko-iku, then what? Man, looking surprised, insists the person Shuji seeks is indeed there. Shuji reacts with confusion at this answer. Man questions Shuji's surprise, reminding him of their previous conversation. Aku shouts in shock, recalling Shuji's question about a son named Ko-iku. Visibly upset, man demands to know why Shuji would assume Ko-iku is male. Man continues his distressed outcry, emphasizing the lack of sons. He emphatically clarifies that the Tiger Pit sect only has a daughter. The beautiful Lady Ko-iku appears, listening Shuji utterly stunned. Shuji, bewildered by this revelation, reacts to the unexpected sight. Speaks in shock, Lady Ko-iku is a woman. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave comment. It will boost our morale to keep going.